That's number 4, isn't it? Hi, good afternoon. My name's Sarah Olney. I'm the Liberal Democrat candidate in the by-election. I'm the pro-Remain candidate. I'm the anti-Brexit candidate.
I mean, you can put this up in the window.
Oh, I will do.
Yeah.
That's very kind of you, thanks.
So I don't know whether you want to come in and...
Are you all right if I put it here?
Yeah, put it wherever you like. It's fine. And you
That's
can put
extremely kind of you.
One of the boards up as well. Richmond voted something like 78% Remain, and we've got an MP who is so adamantly anti-Europe. I don't think people realise that.
Sarah, the government are saying they want the best possible deal for the United Kingdom.
Yeah, but that's the best possible deal as long as it's Brexit. But I think we need to broaden that debate and say the best possible deal, including perhaps to revisit that decision that we made. To move forward from here and say, right, what are the terms, what are the best possible terms we can get if we leave the European Union? And if those terms don't make us better off than we were before we left, then we should still have the option to remain. I still believe that that's best for Britain. I still believe that.
There's only one reason this is happening in this by-election. I mean, people vote for lots of different reasons, but there's only one reason we're having this election, and it's because my former party broke its promise on Heathrow, and I'd always said that if that happened, I would resign and trigger a by-election. That's the only reason this is happening, and I want this to be, and I accept that I can't control this, but I want this to be a referendum on Heathrow so people can send a very powerful message to government, to Heathrow, and so that I can be sent back to Parliament with a clear mandate to fight this thing off once and for all.
I think people are very pleased to see a Labour presence. 11 o'clock on Monday morning, and most of the good people of Richmond Park are out at work.
Christian, what was this business about calls for Labour to stand aside in this constituency?
There's something so slightly, I think, wrong about the idea that people are just voting against somebody, against Zac, rather than voting for, a much more positive vision. And our vision is different from that of the Liberals.
Fight goes on.
Jesus Christ, can we cope? Is it too wet? Yeah. Shall we pull it? Are we calling it a day for a moment?
Yeah.
No point just thinking that we're going to talk to them.
There's all sorts of other political issues that come up on the doorstep, not least Brexit. And there is a connection between...
What do you make of John McDonald's comments today, Christian, regarding Brexit? He's saying that we've got to be more positive about it.
Well, I mean, he's basically tried to make the best of a bad lot, but it doesn't mean that, we should go plunging into supporting Brexit, and I don't think that's what he means.
Come on, he's saying that we're not going to block Article 50.
Well, I think there's a disagreement within politicians generally about this on both sides of the House.
Hello, good morning.
Right, so I think we should start with the dough, otherwise we won't get a pretzel in. So, hi, Cor. This is our baker.
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
Why are you making pretzels this morning?
I am making pretzels to illustrate these pretzels. This very pretzel is already more expensive because of the government's language about hard Brexit, because it has obviously driven down the pound and increased all the price of all the ingredients of these delicious German pretzels, which I'm somewhat gingerly handling here. I think what's becoming more obvious is that what is lacking is just a vision. If we're leaving the European Union, what's the vision? What's the strategy? And that is what prime ministers are there for.
What's your vision?
Well, for a soft Brexit. If we're going to leave, I'd rather we didn't leave at all. But if we were to leave, I want to leave in a way which is least damaging to particularly for future generations, for my kids, for everyone's kids.
Shouldn't you just be straight, Nick, and just say that you're just out to stop Brexit from happening altogether? Isn't that what you're trying to do?
No. At the moment, we're trying to hold the government to account, who don't even want to lay out to our own Parliament what their plans are. Secondly, we want to make sure that the Brexit they pursue is the least damaging form of Brexit. And thirdly, we want to give the British people a say on the final deal.
an expanded Heathrow. No! We do believe in people flying freely around the world, but we believe also that things can be done in a way that is environmentally sensitive.
The Lib Dems are focusing on Zac Goldsmith's position on Brexit. Would that determine your vote in any way?
No, I'll still vote for Zac. Also, with his back knowledge, years and years of back knowledge about the Heathrow problems, I voted to remain. And I know that's not what Zac wanted, but I think he's a man of principles, and this is a different fight. Brexit's Brexit, that's gone. Let's move on.
Zac Goldsmith.
Thank you. There is not a single independent expert in the world who believes that you can reconcile Heathrow expansion with any of the air quality laws that we must obey. It's a completely different type of campaign because we don't have any old data. All data we have is new. That's good. I mean, we've had about 10,000 conversations on the door, and we're not following any formula because we can't. We don't have a formula.
Oh, you're cold.
And it's freezing.
You're cold. Haven't you got a bit of
No,
coat?
this is good enough.
Anyway, we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
for your vote.
I've got a funny feeling that you're going to do it.
Okay, well, I hope you're right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
We have met before. We met actually because we canvassed most of the constituency. We were there. We spoke on the night of the American election. It was maybe the night before.
Yeah. Back in the good old days.
Donald Trump's just been elected. There's concerns in France that Marine Le Pen could be elected in France, and obviously people are connecting that to the Brexit vote. Can I ask you a little bit about that and what your thoughts on that are?
We don't have in this country a mainstream, very extreme party. You've got UKIP, which is brash and in many ways unattractive, but it's nothing compared to Marine Le Pen. It's nothing compared to the AfD in Germany, which has gone from 1% to 20% in the polls practically overnight, or the presidential election in Austria, where the guy most likely to win is using very extreme symbolism, or Geert Wilders in Holland, or the Five Star Movement in Italy, or whatever. You have a Europe now where almost every component part is on the point of combustion. And we don't have that yet in this country, but I think we would have that in this country if we made the mistake of trying to block the outcome of the referendum.
Well, I voted to remain. I think the majority of our neighbourhood did. It's a very international area, so we've got lots of Europeans, and we'd rather be more enlightened than isolated.
And will that influence your vote in this by-election? Because obviously Zac voted for Brexit.
I don't know. Undecided.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry to fancy you.
And you can see on your screen a full list of the candidates who are standing in the by-election. And polling day is this Thursday, so we'll have the result on Friday.